Day. All right. What's up? It's your girl at Tiffany and Draper, and I am here with Mr. Demi. Now, Mr. Demi, as we wait for the people to come into the chat, can
Yeah,
you explain to me and Team Tiff a little bit about who you are and what you do?
correct. Good question. And first, I think that is the most feasible thing to do when you have a new individual on your platform to share information about who they are. But let me just go through a quick briefing of my background. Born and raised in Washington, D.C., by a single mother, and she did her best for me coming up. One thing the doctor said is keep doing what you're doing for your son because he's a healthy young man. So mom's brought me up in upper northwest quadrant of Washington, D.C., and it was a good journey, coming up in as a '70s baby, but going through that lineage of just the streets. Mom's always wanted to give me good information, and she always put books in my hand. She joined the Nation of Islam back in, I'll say, when I was probably around 7 years old. So
Mm.
just flash forwarding, I took that on, but I actually rebelled against it because just going through the people making in front of my mother and things of that nature when I was young, and but I grew into that. So just flash forwarding, it was a good journey because of the discipline that I gained, the respect that I gained coming up as a young man in the Nation of Islam. But the streets were there too. So I chose the streets for a little while. No ganging, no banging, or any of that. But not being coming into a wealthy family, the opportunity to make money was there. So when I do my presentations down, it's good because it's kind of funny. I say that I got a pharmaceutical license without actually having not having to go to get a degree. Because when we
Oh,
look at
wow.
the when we look at the pharmaceutical industry, with all due respect to it, it's not really correcting anything. But that's another subject. So I was able to make it out of the streets. Just staying strong. Once again, never robbed, bang, put my hands on a woman, never even stole anything. But I was able to come
Mm.
out of that clean and able to start my life over. I was young, in my early 20s, and just began the journey of a young black man in America and going through, just learning how to make my way through. Not having my father there, he passed away. He's from Nigeria. But flash forwarding, don't want to go too deep, but I got my commercial driver's license, got into transportation, went to college for a couple of years to study business. My first business journey was an ice cream truck, and the children loved me because I would play the go-go music coming through, and they would just love my truck when I would come through, and I would give them their change back.
Oh,
And
so you contributed to diabetes. I'm kidding. Go
well,
ahead.
you got, well, Tiff, you got to understand, I wasn't as conscious, even though I came in a conscious environment back then. Even though diabetes probably was rampant, I wasn't paying attention to. I was young, But one key thing about that business, I learned the art of leverage, which is one of the key things in business, the key things in life. If a person doesn't have leverage in their life, they'll actually work forever, and we see these things panning out. So I got my CDL license, worked in the federal government, but I got introduced to an enterprise called Free Enterprise. And then Free Enterprise is basically individuals from all backgrounds, all walks of life who've taken their next level in life to have their freedom. And freedom, I feel, in my humble opinion, is one of the most important things in life. Like Sojourner Truth stated that I could have freed more slaves if they only knew they were slaves.
Mm.
So, when I was young, I didn't know these things, but this enterprise opened the door up to knowing that you can have the life you want, you can dream. The traditional system doesn't allow us to do that. It's a system that teaches us to work for money. And as we see the world, what the world is going through, working for money, jobs are going away, people are stressed, no time. And there's a simple understanding to this. But since the school system does not teach these things, this enterprise, especially the position that I'm in now and the business that I'm in now, has opened up my eyes to understanding that you can live your dreams. But right now, if a person doesn't understand the number one thing the school teaches you to come out and work for, which is money, you won't really get the lifestyle that you deserve, which is to be financially free. So, Tiffany, that's just a little bit about myself. I mean, I can
Mm-hmm.
go deeper into it, but I'm just an ordinary guy. No one's special, but I'm actually doing special things now, and I can say that because when you're helping people really get the lifestyle that they deserve, once again, which is freedom, you say you're doing some special things.
We move on. You said that you grew up in the Nation of Islam, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Briefly, did you know a person by the name of Cornell X?
I did not know brother Cornell X. I'm 46 now, so I don't know how old that gentleman is, but it doesn't ring a bell. I may know a face coming up in the
Oh, you
nation.
wouldn't forget that face. You definitely
Okay.
wouldn't.
What area did the brother grow up? Was it Washington D.C., Miles number 4, or
No, the Houston area.
okay, the Houston area? Okay, so I probably do not know him, but if he was a main figure in the nation, I probably would know his face.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
before we went live, you were telling me that you got back from Vegas recently and Africa, correct?
Yes, I was in South Africa for about a week, and also was just got back from Vegas today. And like I mentioned to you, it wasn't for the traditional madness. With all due respect, that happens in Vegas. Both of
Hmm.
those were business trips.
Okay, so do you travel a lot and does your business afford you that luxury?
Absolutely, ma'am. This business has actually changed my life. I'm so humble and grateful. Can't thank God enough for the opportunity. But yeah, it does allow me to travel a lot because we do have events globally by us being positioned in 140 countries. When I became part of this opportunity, and the name of the company is Carabas International, the company was actually about 50 countries, but they have grown. So since I've actually started to take the business a lot serious, the network has grown tremendously. It has afforded me to travel and basically see the world, do presentations in other countries and other states.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about the company?
Absolutely, man. And let me go. Let me first make this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. We just share information to allow a person to make their own intelligent decisions. When it comes to money, it's one of the number one things that people want, but they know less about. The subject of money is not taught in the school system. Um,
Hmm.
Back in the 1970s, when Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard, they took out this main subject. That's a simple subject, but they took this subject out of the school system in 1970, which is gold. So the company that I represent is called Carabas International. It's an e-commerce company. So we're running with the big boys, e-commerce. We know it, meaning that everything is done online. It's a $22.1 trillion industry that anyone can be part of. But right now we're a global company, and we have a very super simple system. Okay, freedom isn't easy, but our simple system, an 8-year-old child, if they were legal, could be part of the program and work on their financial freedom.
Oh, really? So someone under the age of 18 can partake in this opportunity?
No, I say if they were, if an 8-year-old child could be legal to do it, they could. But no,
Oh, I'm
you
gonna
have
say
to
because
be
see that
18.
this is new.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, you
Oh,
you
okay.
have to be 18 years old to be part of the program. But no matter what race, color, age, we're creating a lot of success right now. Close to 700,000 people part of the program globally. But our product is money. Just put it like that. We're not in sales, and this is a unique system, and we're not even buying anything. But the great thing about this program is that it gives you the education that was missed, which is financial literacy. See, we have a lot of people claiming to say you can work towards this to have your freedom. You can invest in
Mhm.
this. You can do this, do that to reach freedom, or this is money. Money has different ingredients. Money has to be fungible, tangible, durable, visible, but money also has to be something of store value. So is what
Mhm.
we're working hard for a store value. $20 today will not buy you the same thing it bought 20 years ago. Yes or yes?
Mhm. Correct.
There you go. So this is where most are missing. And we're at a great time in history, actually, where a major transfer of wealth is taking place. And there's going to be winners and losers. And these transfers have taken place in history. We had the dot-com crash in 2000, where people who are investing for the long term and a well diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, things like 401ks, they got hurt. We had the real estate crash in 2008. Same thing happened.
Mhm.
So people got wiped out, got hurt.
Let's
But
go back
now,
to the Great Depression.
well, I'm not a doomsday guy. I'm a just an educational person, and that's what we
Mhm.
lead with education. I like to say information brokers, where we just share videos and let a person make a decision, then we plug them to the system and help them win. But 1922 was a great time in history, sister Tiffany. Many don't study that time. America is the most debted nation in the world. We're
Mhm.
over $20 trillion in debt, and people may say, "Well, how does that affect me?" Well, You know, people and look at certain things as scams. And I think the biggest scam, with all due respect, is our school system, which teaches nothing about money. The biggest scam also is the banking system because it's called the fractional reserve system. They're printing money out of thin
Mm-hmm.
air with nothing to back it, and they're putting digits behind numbers in a bank and then charging you interest. And then people are trying to save money and work for money. How can you work for something that has no value? And how can you save something with negative interest rates? So I want to keep it simple. Our program is super simple. All we do is exchange cash for gold. We acquire gold-backed digital currency. Cryptocurrency is a major revolution that's taking place. Gold has always been here. There's three types of money:
Mm-hmm.
God's money, gold and silver; government's money, which is printed, manipulated, can be inflated, and also devaluated. We see the devaluation and inflation taking place in other countries like Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Zimbabwe, Greece, where the currencies are going to zero. And then we
Mm-hmm.
have the third type of money, which is people's money. This is cryptocurrency. Many people may know of Bitcoin. Bitcoin created 23,000 millionaires in the last 11 years.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah, you and I missed it. I did when I used to drive Uber years ago. Well, not actually years. I just got my freedom. It's been about a year now. And I met a young man, and he was from South Africa, and he actually was one of the 23,000. He made $900,000 off of Bitcoin, which
Mm.
started from nothing. And I'll explain cryptocurrency, but it started from nothing and went all the way to 20,000. So this is a space that we as people must understand, because what we're working hard for is coming to an end. And I know this is hard for a lot, even millionaires, because you have different types of millionaires: asset millionaires, paper millionaires. So
Mm-hmm.
the asset millionaire is the individual who understands cash flow and understands I have to diversify into something that's going to protect me. So gold and physical silver is not an investment. It's insurance, just in case the currency goes to zero. So this is all we do, Tiffany. All we do is save in gold, acquire digital gold-backed currency called KBC and KCB coins backed by gold, and we tell other people. That's it. That's
Okay,
all we
now let
do.
me say this real fast because you know a lot of people are skeptical. Let me tell you this right now. I am not a part of this company. I saw one of the Team Tiff members sharing this opportunity on multiple occasions, and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a scam. So I'm like, well, how about I invite you and your team onto the show? And then I'm not going to use the words convince, Demi.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tell the people why you don't like me using the word convince.
Because we're not in the business to convince anybody. And let me speak on what you stated about the word scam. Let me just give the integrity of the company. Number one, the company's been in existence since 2011. We're an e-commerce company located in Stuttgart, Germany. We are the number one company in the world, once again, in the world, to allow the masses of honest people to get their hands on physical gold in small transaction friendly increments. We
Okay.
partner with Fortune 500 companies, MasterCard. We get paid on our global MasterCard in euro. So, say, for example, you're helping a person in another country build their business, okay? And they're getting paid in euro. Euro right now is stronger than the US dollar. So, as you
I was
see
gonna
here,
say don't share their number
no, 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 no,
because I
no.
will go shopping.
I'm covering it up, Tiff. I'm covering it up. I just wanted to
Okay.
show MasterCard,
Okay.
and
Go
that's
ahead.
Carabar's name at the top. But our two partners, our MasterCard, where our payments come on, our cash flow, and then FedEx, who delivers our asset to our doorstep. We have a
Mm,
FedEx that's built in the building. We have our major corporate office, excuse me, is in Stuttgart, Germany. Once again, we have office in Thailand, China, Dubai, and then we're positioned in 144 countries. So we allow the individual to start a home-based business in the e-commerce space by paying themselves first, which is actually one of the first laws of building wealth. Wealthy people automate their savings. See, you can't save cash once again because cash is
mhm,
negative interest rates. If I'm trying to save money, I can't get ahead saving money. Now, in 1975, you could because it was 15% interest on your money. So we're just a pay yourself first program. See, as an employee, the first person you have to pay is Uncle Sam. They're not even related to you. So you have to pay taxes. So if we don't understand the tax game, if we don't understand inflation, if we don't
mhm,
understand assets for protection, we won't win in the new economy. So the company stands alone. CEO is Dr. Harold Seitz. He's a senator of the Economic Council in Germany. He's also an author of 2 books, Think Big and The Future of Money. I just left
I
this.
like that title.
Oh man, I mean, the guy is a humanitarian. Our event in South Africa, we had Dr. Obama, the sister of President Obama. So we have people. I mean, we have McAfee, the CEO of the McAfee protects your online security. He just tweeted a great thing about our company. We were on Forbes magazine 2 weeks ago about our coin. So it's just a lot of great things. And the company will be a household name. So as far as a scam, like I say, in my
I
humble
didn't mean to
opinion,
offend you when I
no, no, no,
said
no, no,
that.
never, 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 Tiff, never. Go ahead, never, Tiff.
Yeah, before I even knew about you or anything like that, I was just because there's are so many other scams out there. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. There is. Yes, ma'am.
So I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't. And just sitting here for the short time that we've been here, I'm already convinced that this sounds like something that I may be interested in getting involved with.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Tiff. And the great thing, you're actually already involved in it. You're just on one side. See, most people have a bank account. You see what I mean?
Hmm.
So you're already comfortable with utilizing a bank account. But now here's the discipline part of opening up a free gold savings account where the company is giving you multi-million dollar software where you can operate this opportunity in several ways. And what we do is we show you the different options.
Hmm.
Okay. So you just open up a gold account and paying yourself first. That's it. Paying yourself first. See, if I'm earning $1,000 a week, 10% of my earnings should go to myself. That's how the wealthy do it, but it should go into an asset that outpaces inflation, taxation, and devaluation. And that's gold. Gold is a store of value. Okay. So everyone is in this business, but they just on the wrong side. See, the rich don't save money and the rich don't work for money. People think that it takes money to make money. No, it takes information to make money. And in the time that we're in now, which is the information age, we're no longer in the industrial age. This isn't our granddaddy's economy. We're in a completely new economy. This is why we see people working, 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 working. The older generation, the baby boomers, still working because they lost their money. The next thing is,
Hmm.
and they're good people, but they didn't know. So we can't fault those that didn't know, but people have already failed before us to see the changes. But if we're in the same, with all due respect, rat race like everyone else, we won't understand what's going on. So just a simple habit of learning to transition a portion of your money into gold, but also understanding that if we don't find a way to make money in our sleep, we'll work until we die. You can't work for an asset that has no value.
Because you're trading time for money, and there's never enough time.
Once upon a time, I love that, Tiff. There's never enough time. You got to make money in your sleep. You have to make residual income. You have
Ex-
to.
Exactly. And we have a question from Damon, but he likes to be referred to as D. He wants to know, how do we get involved?
That's a great question, Damon. What we like to do always, we lead with videos. We have a system in place. And so, Damon, we'll share a couple of videos with you, man. And then from there, we'll schedule a day and time to get back with you, man, so we can, answer some of your questions and maybe plug you into the system. Once again, brother, the account is free. But then after we do that, we do like we call it a launch party for you. So we want to walk you through your gold account, let you see all of the different options that you have. Now, for the person who wants to earn 5 times a month residual income, there's a one-time fee for an affiliate package that you get from your own account. The company is doing some amazing things that have never been done in the space of business. What is that? Number one, gold as a payment system. Already 11 states in the US have made gold legal tender, Utah leading the first. Okay. So we have our own payment system called Carrot Pay. That's just like PayPal, Western Union. So I can send Tiffany gold from my Carrot Pay e-wallet, and you can go to our ATM machines that are being placed in position right now in different areas around the world and take out your physical gold or get your gold sent to you by our partners FedEx. We have our own voice over blockchain smartphone. And brother D, I hope I answered your question. I'll get back to it. I'm just so excited because of the things that the company's doing and allowing us to just leverage the platforms. We don't sell phones, we don't sell ATMs, but by you referring, this is a referral program. If I'm learning that gold is a good thing for myself, one of the next ways to get to the next level is to help others. So when you become a server of others and help other people get to the next level, your dreams and your problems will be taken care of. So this is the magic and the magnitude of what Carabas International is doing for the world. So it doesn't matter if you just coming home from jail. It doesn't matter if you're a millionaire who doesn't know what to do with his money, rich or
Mm-hmm.
poor, smart or not so smart. We all in the game of money. Green, black, purple, homeless man. Everybody needs money, but they don't
Mm-hmm.
understand money. So, brother, we'll send you a referral link, and that referral link will come from our great sister Laura, who did bring give me the
Yeah.
opportunity to connect with
Yes.
Tiffany, and but we'll share a couple of videos with you first, plug you in, man, and start working with you to see how you want to leverage the opportunity.
But hold on real fast, Demi, because I know you're a busy man. Let me tell you this. I'm not gonna lie. When I asked Laura, I said, "What is the name of the company?" She told me Carrot Bars, right?
Right?
Tell me why I said, "Oh, not another healthy type bar
Hey Tiff,
that they want me to buy and eat."
oh, hey Tiff, that's crazy when you hear one of our senior partners, Mr. Michael Delco, and just going to his YouTube channel alone, you'll be like, look, I need to get on board now. This brother's amazing. I was with him this weekend. The same thing. He said the same thing when this was shared with him. He said, look, man, I done been through enough of these programs, man. A juice program with some carrots. If I will not lie, if I got a three-way call right now, y'all will be on the phone laughing, laughing, laughing. The same thing. No, not carrots, but carrot
I
bars.
had no idea what it was. I just
Right,
said, man,
right,
say,
right.
I'm finna be eating some stuff, but I'm gonna still let this man talk. And I'm glad I gave it an
I
opportunity.
really, really appreciate it. I'm so humble that this program at times brings tears to my eyes because of the lives that are being changed. See, I'm not knocking the juices, the lotions, the makeups, the insurance, the debt, all these other programs out here. I'm not knocking them. I have respect for them. But what they're missing is that they're still working for cash and chasing cash. There's nothing wrong with cash. There's got to be cash flow. But in an economic situation, none of those programs will save me.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? We can't ignore what's happening abroad. So we got countries like Venezuela where these major issues are happening. Look at Zimbabwe. $1 trillion won't even buy you a banana. So people are saying, oh, that won't come to America. Okay, maybe it won't. But when I see major countries like Russia, China, Iran bypassing the dollar for bilateral trade, not wanting our debt, which it says Federal Reserve note, this is a flag. But since we're not tuned into this, these things are bypassing us, but it's opportunity that's passing us because gold is the best opportunity right now. Blockchain technology is the best opportunity right now. And Carabas International has merged technology and God's money together to allow the
Mm-hmm.
average individual to take their life to the next level. The CEO stated he wants to create 20,000 millionaires in the next 2 years. Bitcoin did it in what? 11 years. So
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about our coin right now for pennies. People can get the cryptocurrency coins that we have and just hold them and relax and pay and help other people do the same thing and start to earn cash flow in euro. There's nothing touching what we're doing. And I don't bash any other, I'm a professional, but we have to wake up and understand that if you're just dealing with cash alone and just that simple question, if my cash bought more years ago, it seems like what I'm working hard for, what I'm building in my network or my job is going down. How can I just end my life with that? So it's just we have to just wake up and become more conscious.
Most definitely. And it's very important to get involved with companies just like you said, Bitcoin, or the dot-com boom. I guarantee you, I was born in 1991. If I
Right.
had have been born old enough back then, I would have had the same mentality and said, you know what? Let me buy cars.com. I know it's a little bit of an investment right now, but
Yes, ma'am.
those people sold they probably spent three, four, $5,000 whenever it was popular at first and had 20, 30, $40 million.
And what are you speaking about, far as the Bitcoin?
No, as far
Okay.
as the .com,
Okay. Yes,
you
ma'am.
mentioned that.
Right, right,
Mhm.
right. Yeah, I mean, with so many tech companies that were out, but at that time things didn't work out. So when you
Mhm.
have people see the things that most are not understanding, that you can't hand your money over to anyone. If you say you want to be wealthy, you have to be in full control of your wealth. This is why I'm so proud of what we do. So when you hand your money over via 401k or any of these other passive investments, you can't be passive in a high-paced world with algorithms and artificial intelligence. Things are moving by the speed of light. Money's moving by the speed of light. So during that time of the dot-com, you have our baby boomers who handing their money over. See, they don't
Mm-hmm.
understand the 401k. Right now, pensions are going bust. The largest pension fund in the U.S. is CalPERS. It's located in California. So the government workers, they will work until they die. So these things are panning out. I mean, I'm in Vegas. I'm seeing elderly women still working, and it touches my heart because I know what happened. I know what happened. And this is why I like this, because this gives the elderly person the opportunity to come into a network where we have all types of people, so they won't even be bored. We have our power calls, our trainings, our freedom celebrations, where it's just people from all walks of life helping one another get to the next level. So we have to understand that we're in a different time, but a great time for
Yes.
the person who opens up to new information.
Yes, we're not in it. I try to tell people that are older, they're so used to get a job, work 40 years, then retire. There's a new way out there thanks to the internet. And I'm seeing more and more people retire and then have to go back to work because they don't have enough money put into things like you just said, such as retirement, 401k. And we have a comment about SSDI. What was it? SSI? Ask about SSI or something. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but I don't think it's a something you can really rely on. Anything that has something to do with like the government of something that can run out or lose value. I
Right.
wouldn't place all my eggs in one basket.
And once again, I'm not here to tell a person to do with their money. I'm not a financial advisor. And the sad thing about, with all due respect to financial advisors who have a Series 7, it takes longer for a person to get them a suit license than for a person to get a financial license. And then you're giving people information on their future, on their life.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, anything that you're handing over to a government that's in $20 trillion in debt, a government that doesn't teach anything about money, a government that's making trillions of dollars off of student loans, and students are coming out in default. What, over 25% of students can't pay their student loans. So I
Mm.
wouldn't trust giving my money over to any of these investments that I don't have control over, especially if Wall Street. And Wall Street isn't bad. They just do what they do. When the market tanks, your money doesn't just disappear in the thin air. It goes over to the professional investors. So this is the thing about what's going on in this world of money that people don't understand. And I didn't understand until I came into Carabal's, but I studied the rich. They say don't do what the rich say, do what they do. Well, I don't have take no, it don't take money to make money. I can show you how to open up
Mm-hmm.
a multi-million dollar business right now with no money. And then you can choose how you want to leverage it, where you can put money into the business one time with no overhead and be global in 10 minutes. So
Mm.
this is the misconception that we have now, but it's a great time for the person who opens up to information. But you can't hand your money over to anyone. You have to be in full control of your wealth and your destiny.
Well, once again, we have Mr. Demi. Can you please tell the people how they can find you or get in contact with you?
Absolutely, absolutely. Demi Sanya, Demi, first name, last name, Sanya, Facebook, my LinkedIn page, the same thing. My YouTube channel, A Rich Education, with Demi Sanya. I came up with that LLC. I said that's just unique. We need a rich education. That's
Yes, most
education that's going
definitely.
to get us rich, but it begins in the mind. We're not about lottery tickets. Also, I want to just lead with this website that doesn't have my referral link, because once again, Sister Laura allowed this blessing to come into my life to get on this amazing platform with Sister Tiffany. So you can look at therealmoney.info. One word, once again, the real money.info. Watch the first two videos, super educational, under 30 minutes. And then, you can connect with me via email, at a rich education at gmail.com. And we can start rolling from there and get you more information. Anyone in the DMV area, we have great platforms with a lot of professionals that you can come out and see more of us. Here, Maryland, Virginia, also DC, and then we all around the United States and the world anyway. So, Sister Tiffany, I see that you have a great platform of 17,000 subscribers. So I congratulate you on your success and what you're bringing to the world. But anyone wanting to get in touch with me, those platforms, feel free to do so. Once again, my email, aricheducation@gmail.com.
Okay, say that again because you kind of cut out.
My email address, aricheducation@gmail.com. I know I gave you one, Tiffany, but that may be a little confusing for some. And then also the website that individuals can go view, which will be The Real Money, www.therealmoney.info, one word. And if anyone's interested in learning more and want to come into our ecosystem to start to learn, I will share with those individuals Sister Laura's referral link.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description. Sharonda just said, "Can I add the links?" I most definitely will. I'm about to end the video and put it in the description in the pinned comment.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And most definitely I can send over to you Sister Laura's referral link. That's no problem at all.
Yes, please do that. You can send it to her and then she can send it to me. But I'll definitely be checking out your videos tonight, Mr. Demi.
Okay, Miss Tiffany, I want to just thank you for the time of letting me share my passion and what we're doing to help the world reach their freedom with a super simple system.
No problem. You enjoy your night, sir.
You as well, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.